For it was the law, and we. This is the reason why you're not supposed to be race mixing. If you race mix, you end up having the blood of what is in their forefathers, their tradition, their culture, and you end up cutting yours off and casting the curses and and all the turmoil onto your own people by putting your own sin, I mean your own seed into and mixing it with that. You know what I'm saying? And it causes a cosmic disaster, a cosmic divine disaster. You see what I'm saying? For it was, because this is divine. The DNA is a ladder. It is a story. The DNA is a connected story of your forefathers all the way to your child and beyond him. So when you mix this and all this stuff, it's by the grace of the Most High that child may turn to the Most High and really have a zeal for his people, the black people, if that's what he so choose. You know what I'm saying? But it's very rare for that to even come about. And when it does come about, it has to be a true zeal, a real zeal, and that's most likely going to be one of the ones that's going to have their blood clean. You know what I'm saying? For that specific purpose. But we all going to have our blood clean, but for that specific purpose. For it was a law of the Amorites that she who was about to marry should sit in fornication 7 days by the gate. So that was a law of some heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? And imagine what other laws they had in other nations. That's why the Most High didn't allow us to be with these nations in that manner. You know what I'm saying? Because this is in the Most High wanted us to be holy and clean. You know what I'm saying? Etc. We can go through our in captivity and still hold our divinity. You know what I'm saying? Etc. You know what I'm saying? But when you start doing that, you start casting more curses upon our people, because you are making a cosmic disaster. You know what I'm saying? A spiritual disaster. Just like if you laying with a man. Even more so, you bringing forth something physical and not just spiritual. When you land with and you race mix. Now let's see one more. I mean something else. Let me see. Who changed the order of things? The other nations is not. The Most High don't want us to be as so. It's the other nations that don't really care for the order of the Most High. They don't mind, going into animals. They don't mind going, going doing, race mixing. You know what I'm saying, doing what they want at the time when the world wanted. You know what I'm saying. So it says therefore in chapter 3, in the 12, the testament of the 12 patriarchs of Nephtali. Therefore, do not be eager to corrupt your doings through covetousness, or to deceive your souls with vain words, because if you keep silence in purity of heart, you will understand how to hold fast the will of the Most High and to cast away the will of Belial. Sun and moon and stars do not change their order. Sun and moon and stars do not change their order. They're the same as they was from the beginning, and they're still now. It says, so you also must not change the law of the Most High in the disorderliness of your doings. The nations went astray and forsook the Most High and changed their order and obeyed stocks and stones, spirits of deceit. But you will not be so, my children, recognizing in the expanse in the earth and in the sea and in all created things, the Most High who made all things, that you do not become as Sodom, which changed the order of nature. You see, it is not the nature of us to start to cut ourselves off and make a whole new nation of people. Cut our own and start turn from our own children, because I'm glad I even brought that up, where we those are the ones who hated their wives and left their offspring. Hated their wives and left their offspring. That means they hated their women, they black women, like the world is promoting us to, promoting the black man to, and left their offspring. They created a system so that it could manifest, so it could even happen even more conveniently for them. Do not become as Sodom, which changed the order of nature. In like manner, the watchers also changed the order of their nature, whom the Most High cursed at the flood, in whose account he made the earth without inhabitants and fruitless. You see, that's what spirit the other nations have in them. They have the spirit of the watchers, the fallen angels, their fathers, their father, the devil. So when it's time, whatever agenda he's going to kick out, the nations is going to be cool with it, and they're going to push it. And they're going to push it on you. In fact, they're going to push it through wolves in sheep's clothing. Let's get there. In chapter 8. And the devil will make him as his own peculiar instrument. Matter of fact, it says both messengers and men will curse, and the Most High will be dishonored among the nations through him. You see? Messengers and men will curse, the fallen angels and men, the men who got together with the nations that got together with these fallen angels that we're in the midst of. We're in the midst of those men who did it. And it says, and the devil will make him as his own peculiar instrument. And I'm gonna tell you what these men is. They're masons, occult members, witches, Eastern Star, all these things amongst our people. Though that they take the zeal. That's who they take the zeal up as well. It says, and every wild beast will master him. Okay, that's every other heathen. It's every heathen. Okay, every other nation. Okay, and the Most High will hate him, for the commandment of the law are twofold, and through prudence they must be fulfilled. For there is a season for a man to embrace his wife, and a season to abstain from that for his prayer. So then there are two commandments, and unless they are done in due order, these two commandments, unless they are done in due order, they bring very great sin on men. You see, so you can't be teaching like how they saying they teaching the commandment and teaching all this stuff, and they wearing the fringes and all that. These Negroes you hear on the street corners in these camps, these COINTELPRO camps, these ICU camps, these police camps that infiltrated the wake up by putting in stumbling blocks of doctrines of men and crazy doctrines and big stumbling blocks, like trying to make the Hispanics and Native Americans the head of the black woman. Can you even make that make sense? Can you imagine a whole nother race trying to give their women another head and saying you got to listen to them too? You gotta mind them too. You gotta make up with them too. You gotta act. You gotta come to them with forgive y'all. They gotta forgive you too. Like, come on, are you serious? It don't make no sense.
None at all.
These are the men. Therefore, be wise. It said, done in due order, they bring very great sin. They bring very great sin on men. So it is also with the other commandments. Therefore, be wise in the Most High, my children, and prudent, understanding the order of his commandments and the laws of every word, that the Most High may love. That the Most High may love you. So that's why the Most High is saying, like, yeah, that's why they do that. That's why they because they make sure that's how sin come upon us. It's like a like a activation. So they activate it. Yes. They know exactly what they're doing by telling you to race mix, by telling you that the Mexican and the Native American are Israelites. They are causing sin and curse upon Israel, and they're causing their children and their women not to even turn to themselves. because that's a fake zeal. They know that. I mean, come on, like they can't reflect with that because they're looking at the Hispanics and it just don't move. It's not. Come on, you can't move it because it's like it don't hit like that. But I guarantee you, a black man that's in love with their people, in love with his children, and telling them like passionately, like I love you. I want to, man. We need to. I want to lift you up. I want to build you up. I love you, black woman. I love you, my fellow black man. We gonna build. We gonna come together again, and we ain't gonna hate each other. And we need to do this, that, and the third. And our God got us. We are gonna be redeemed, etc. What do we want, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? That's where the strength comes. That's where we can pick up our little baby girls and our little baby boys. They got to see us compassionate for each other.
Yes.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So it is also, yes. And so therefore, where it says, where it says, chapter 7, in the Testament of Asher, it says here, do not. This is now. Let me know if this I'm tripping or not. This sound like they talking to us, or it sound like they talking to Native American, Hispanics, and Latino. That wasn't spread on four corners of the earth through slavery and captivity. That wasn't and that don't look like the Ethiopian. That don't look like which is the average African, that's what that really truly means. That don't look like that don't hate their women and leave their offspring. You see what I'm saying? That their women has never lost their hair in drones and as a whole. You know what I'm saying, etc. All these things have never came upon them in the sense of how it is of how it's written. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now how they come with it is like a food like trying to fool you. That's the only way you're going to agree to is you being fooled. But it says here, do not become my. How does this sound like it's talking to us or them? Do not become my children as Sodom, which sinned against the messengers of the Most High and perished forever. For I know that you will sin and be delivered into the hands of your enemies, and your land will be made desolate, and your holy places destroyed, and you will be scattered to the four corners of the earth, and you will be set at nothing, and you will be set at nothing in the dispersion in vanishing away as water. And you will be set as nothing in the dispersion, vanishing away as water, until the Most High will visit the earth, coming himself as a man, eating and drinking with men, and breaking the head of the dragon in the water. Now I'm going to skip down to the where it says, Gad and Dan and you will not know your lands, tribe, and tongue. Right there, it says it. It says it.
Black and white, yes.
Right there. It said it tell you, it say law of the Most High. It said, for I have known that you will assuredly be disobedient and assuredly act ungodly, not giving heed to the law of the Most High, but to the commandments of men, being corrupted through wickedness. And therefore you will be scattered as brothers. Scattered as brothers. You see?
Yes.
And that's talking about we all got done the same way, but we all got our own piece of like our own standard of curse that the Most High placed on us. You see what I'm saying? Some of us, we still got, some of us can dwell. The Most High allowed it so that we can dwell inside dwell in good land, some good land to our, a little bit to ourselves, a little bit more lenient, you know what I'm saying? To the point, but we, as a whole, we are snatched from all our identity, everything, you know what I'm saying, to a point to where we are just, you know what I'm saying, sitting idle almost, just basically waiting, you know what I'm saying, and just, just, you know what I'm saying, always just long suffering. You know what I'm saying? Just basically just having
Yeah.
to survive through it, having to maintain. That's it. Because everything has been, all our comfort has truly, our true comfort has been taken, while the heathen has taken his place in the world. You know what I'm saying? Now it says Gad and Dan, and you will not know your lands, tribe, and tongue. Now it says lands because why? Because we were given we had so many different portions of land in the midst of ourselves, in the midst of our surroundings, in our dwellings was great. You know what I'm saying, etc. So it says, that's why a lot of Africa was that was in the land of Canaan. All that was given to us. All that Iraq and all that was us. Okay.
Yes.
South Africa, all that was us. That's why you see that there ain't the white people out there, just like the white people is in the midst of we in the midst of the white people out here. It's the same situation. They brought the racism and the white and black thing to them out there in South Africa. They brought it to us here the same way. Same methods, same techniques, same situations. Some of us got to retain